I'm going to try to hop through it. The website for this show is spiritmediumtv.com. And Susie, thank you so much for picking up for me. I don't know what happened there. On spiritmediumtv.com, you can win a private session with me. And actually, I had a drawing. I did a drawing today, and the October person won. What's her name? I'm looking for where I wrote that down. Oh, got erased. Her name was, I don't remember it, but in any event, I did the I did the drawing for October, and that person was delighted to get her session, and I don't see why I don't see it here on my page, Spirit Medium TV. Oh, there it is, Mary Nike, Nikezi. I just had to refresh the page. So we have that. Now, the first thing on the page on spiritmediumtv.com is your ability to obtain a private session with me at a 25% off discount, which is also the same as a third more time. So that's item 1 on Spirit Medium TV. I already mentioned about winning a private session with me. That's item 2 on Spirit Medium TV. If you want to jump the queue, as this evening I do feel it might be quite busy. I have a lot of people waiting for other side connections, which is great, but I don't think I can get to everybody. So if you want to jump the queue, there's a way for you to make a donation, and I will be checking for that from time to time. And also you can watch the show live as item 4, which is towards the bottom of Spirit Medium TV, is a live video feed of me in front of the camera, which is not very interesting because it's just my head bopping up and down, but sometimes I roll my eyes, and you don't get that on radio. Oh, goodness. All right. So this evening I will be doing a little bit of channeling for group message, and let me see if there's anything else I want to say. Yeah, I'm talking to medical intuition. I did a whole telesummit on Thursday of last week, and you can listen to a repeat of that or rewind of that. If you go to spiritmediumtv.com, you'll see on the main menu, Clairvoyant Healer, and then you will see on that pull-down menu, that drop-down menu, the Sacred Stories Telesummit. I did a lot of medical intuition there, and it just, I don't even know what to focus on half the time. It's kind of interesting. I know that a lot of people think you have to go get training in this thing or training in that thing, but really, if you have broken through the veil, if you have opened up your clairvoyant eye or your clairaudient eye, clairsentient, your clear senses, then you have access to everything. I've noticed in my own case, we all have specific predisposition for one thing versus another. Like, for example, with me, mediumship is a predisposition. The readings that I do are working on a soul level, so that's another predisposition that I have. And then last but not least, I was always interested in medicine growing up, and was going to be I actually was pre-med in college for a while, because I have like this, I don't know, sixth sense, excuse the pun, about medical things. So here we are. Here's Alicia Velasquez. Hello, ladies. Happy to be here. Well, welcome, Alicia. So nice to see somebody actually type something in that chat room. It's like a lot of people don't use it, but it can be very helpful. So if you want to listen to that telesummit again, just go to Spirit Medium TV, click on Clairvoyant Healer on the main menu, and you will see the drop-down menu will have the Sacred Stories telesummit there. Okay, so let's get ready for the reading. Sorry it took me so long to get to this point. Actually, it's not that late. It's only 8 minutes after the hour. This show, by the way, I do another one on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and this is Mondays. This is the Monday show at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, whatever that translates to in your time zone. Welcome, everybody from everywhere. Okay, to prepare for the sessions, I would like you all to just sit back in your chairs, wherever you are. Uncross your arms and legs and start to focus on your breath from your abdominal area. Allowing yourself to get very light and free, relaxing, For some reason or other, Spirit is showing me a young lady with long dark hair. I don't know why, but I let you know everything. There must be some reason for that. Maybe she's out there in the audience, or maybe she's somebody in spirit. In any event, continue to focus in on your breathing from your abdominal area, letting go of all stress and tension, knowing that you are a co-creator with the universe, allowing yourself to call in your loved ones on the other side, if that is what you care for this evening. Please call in your loved ones now. If you are here for healing or a life question or some other reason, get that clear and focused in your head. As you do that, I will invoke the Master Prayer, which I did earlier. I'll be back in a second. And now back to everyone out there. If you will, please, on exhale, send me your energy and I will connect all of us. One moment, please. Okay. And this evening is the color for the crowd or the group of people is blue. Light blue, which is the color of the communicator, and that probably means we have a lot of people in the listening audience this evening that are communicators. That doesn't mean with spirit necessarily, might be just a communicator in your life, but each of you has some kind of talent in that area, is what I'm being told. Okay, I'm going to go now to the first person waiting for an other side connection, which is Lene. I hope I said that correctly. Lene, did I say that right, honey? I tried to spell it phonetically. Okay, good. Okay, and so you asked for another side connection, and I'm just going to chat with you a moment or two just to make that connection to your voice for purpose of vibration. You're in area code, yeah, you're in area code 609. I believe that's New Jersey, right?
That's right.
All right. Was it cold there today? Because it wasn't here where I am.
No, not too bad today.
Oh, okay. There's a female energy for you. It feels like it's mothering in nature. I don't have a visual yet or a name or anything, but I do get her coming in again. When I first spoke to you earlier as I screened the calls, I did feel this woman nurturing energy. Wasn't quite sure then if it was mom, but I just felt female nurturing. Now I do hear mom. So hold on, let me see. What I do is I see a woman here who's got... you're showing me one thing, Spirit, but you're saying something else. The hair is on the shorter, medium short length realm. It's not real short. It's got a little bit of wave to it. Looks like she said it or styled it. Looks like the original color was dark, but they also said something about having light hair. So I'll have to hold the hair color, put that on the side, Lene, for a moment. She looks like she's carrying. She looks like she's carrying a little extra weight on her form. Just chubby, you know. By no means obese, but just a little bit chubby. Okay, matronly in her form at best. She laughs a little bit, the woman in spirit. She's laughing, she's giggling a little bit. She seems to have a straight nose with flared nostrils, a little bit of fleshiness in the cheeks, but actually a very comely or good-looking face. Actually, kind person, loving person. Mid-height, mid-weight for most of her life, but every now and then tending to get a little chubby, and the vision she's giving me right now is more middle-aged to later in life, middle-aged to older in life, and then she is a little bit more chubby. I also get the feeling like she has blood sugar issues. She likes caramel in particular, caramel candy in her treats, but caramel is one of her favorite flavors. I don't know if you would know that or not, but all of a sudden she slips that in on me. She loved caramel treats a lot. That was one of her favorite treats. There's a male under her, a little boy down the family line. It could be a grandson or her own son besides you. Now, from everything I'm saying, do you understand this for anyone you would know, honey?
Sounds like my grandmother.
Yeah. Her skin is it's like an olive, but it could be to deep olive or to light olive. I can't get the... Okay, let me see. It's a little bit on the lighter side, actually, even though she might not be Caucasian. but it's light for her background. She's light in coloring for her ethnicity, if you will, her DNA. She's a little bit on the lighter side, and she loves her life on Earth. She says she was very good with everything her whole life. I don't know what she says. She's giving me a few words. Let me clarify, honey, before I say that. She says, you're a good girl, Lene. You listened to me a lot growing up. You didn't get into any trouble. You're always well behaved, just like, and I think you have a brother. She's about to say, just like your brother. You have a brother, honey.
Yes.
Okay. He's very much like you. Both of you, good kids. She says, but I'd like you both to be a little bit more aggressive now in your lives, each of you respectively. She says, you have to get out and you have to go after things. So she's a lot, showing me you as children as being more docile, well-behaved. Now she's saying, it's not good to always be that way. She says, go out and do what you need to do to get what you want. She's saying this to you. She started saying it about your brother also, but to you mostly. So let's go into that for a second. There's also something else with her health. She needed a lot of healing towards the end of her life. A lot of healing was not given to her properly. There was a lot of confusion in her treatment. She didn't feel good for a while. I see stomach upset, but I also get something in the heart area as well. Do you remember that for Grandma, please?
I know that she was sick. She had come to live with us towards the end of her life. I'm not sure exactly the exact way she died. Like, I don't know if it was heart issues.
Okay.
I don't remember.
That's fine. So just for the record, she's got stomach, she shows me or makes me feel stomach upset. And then she shows me her heart. So there's a couple of things going on fairly, why do you go to that, Grandma? All of a sudden she's going on about her weight. I was fairly slim most of my life, but when I got older, I got a little chubbier. Cute. Okay. Now, you were going to give your beautiful granddaughter, Lene, a personal message. Grandma, you want to do that, love? Very pretty woman. Very pretty. She says caramel skin, caramel colored skin. That's what she meant by caramel. Okay. So now she linked in the caramel to her skin tone. I had caramel undertones, very honey kind of complexion. I was a very good looking woman for most of my life. Grandpa loved me. Of course, he still loves me. Okay, we got along really well for most of our lives. We never had much problems there. She says, you're a good girl just like me. Now, you want to give your granddaughter the message, please, Grandma? I just wanted to get out more and be more aggressive with her life. She's not taking the bull by the horns, and then she giggles a little bit. Kind of funny image, she says, I know, but it has something to do with a male or man in your life. You're not doing the right thing to make it happen for yourself. So if it's finding love, you're not going aggressive enough, or if it's in a relationship, you're not aggressive enough to get your needs met. And I will refine that in a moment, Lene. So you're not going after what you want in the relationship. So it looks like there's somebody there that's courting you right now. And she says that she would like you to be a little more firm in your position with him. And if you did that, you would get more of what you want. You're being too lax with him. She's got a cute voice. Too lax with him. Too lax with him. She's going on. You're just letting him walk all over you. You got to set your boundaries. You got to ask for what you want. So, so Grandma's watching you, and those are her words. Does that make sense to you, sweetheart, for what's going on right now? Okay. She says she's actually scolding you a little bit, the finger coming at you. You've got to listen to me. You're letting him walk all over you. Don't let him get away with all of that. And now she's going into more detail now, and I'm just going to give you a little bit of it because it's getting a little bit personal, but something about you letting him get away with, she says murder, walking all over you, doing what he wants. He's not checking in with you regularly. He comes and goes. And she says you got to get a little bit more organized with your time and then make requirements of him. Part of it then, I would assume, this is Laura adding in, that maybe you've been a little erratic with your own schedule. So if you got yourself organized a little bit more, then he would be a little easier to kind of get into your life the way he should be in your life. I hope that makes sense to you, Lene. And
Yes.
all right, don't let him get away with that. She's saying it again. Don't let him get away with that. She says he does love you, though, my dear. She says he does love you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, love. I'm going to let you go, honey. Thank you so much for calling in,
Thank
darling.
you.
Thank you, love.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I'm going to go to Angela, who's waiting for an other side connection. Now, okay. Hello, Angela. How are you, honey?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Now, where is 863 area code?
It's in Florida, between Tampa and Orlando.
Oh, okay. People don't usually have as much zip and zing in Florida as you do today. You're all filled with energy.
Thank you.
You're a sweetie. Now, I do. I would like you to relax a little bit. Just kind of get a little bit like daydreamy for a moment because your energy's so what's the word for it? It's fast that it's hard for me to kind of get through. But as I did get you to talk a little bit, I started to feel a female figure to you in spirit. In other words, feels a little older actually. This woman, more like a grandma type, or if it's not literally a grandma, but she's older. Now, I do see her, okay, better than before. And if if this is not who you want or whatever, we'll check in with you in a moment. But what I see is curly hair. I see a woman who, and the hair's kind of rolled in curls on the top of her head. She's got She's got a straight nose. Her face is older. It's oval. Her skin is hanging, but she's a very nice looking woman. In terms of bone structure and all, very nice. Very slender though as she gets to older age. Let me see what else I can pull in about this woman, please. It's so bizarre. Have you been bicycle riding at all, Angela?
Recently, I did once. I hadn't done that in years.
Oh, yeah, because all of a sudden she's talking about you bicycle riding. Isn't that funny? Whoever this is, she noticed that you were bike riding. She likes you getting out in the fresh air and with friends. She says you've been more social lately than you have in the past. And that's a good thing. She says you're getting over something from the past and now you're finally getting back into the swing of things. She likes that for you. I still don't have a firm idea on who she is, so I want to remind her, this lovely lady. Oh, she says she's a lovely lady of stature and grace. Okay. She says, I'm a loving person. I come to you from spirit, my dear. I think you're granddaughter to her. She says granddaughter. She says, okay, she's going to talk about you again. I need you, Grandma, to give me facts about yourself before we go into the fact that your beautiful granddaughter just did something to change her hair, which is what she's saying right now, Angela. Have you changed your hair at all recently, Angela?
Yeah, I got it like a burgundy color.
She loves it. Grandma loves it. Okay, she's laughing a little bit. Now, Grandma does show me something more now about herself. Looks like she smoked. Do you remember Grandma for smoking, please? Well, you don't know which grandma this is, though. Okay. Well, you're saying yes. Good. Okay. For most of her life, she says that was the problem with her health towards the end. But actually, it hit her more in cardiovascular issues than lung issues towards the end of her life. She shows me a lot of blocked and clogged arteries, particularly around her heart area. Do you know anything about that, please, Angela?
No, my grandma died of brain cancer, so I'm not sure.
Oh, this one died of brain cancer? Okay. Well, okay. Well, I let the record state that she shows me in her heart area having clogged arteries, particularly leading into the heart, which would have caused at least one heart attack. So if she may have died of brain cancer, but she's showing me this. So you might want to look into that, honey, if before that hit her, okay, before the brain cancer hit. Well, she's not suffering right now, as you can tell. She's very alert and very calm. She says she's all over everything now. She's in other words, her mind is very active. She's telling me about headaches that she had and screaming in pain during that time. She says, of course, now she has no more pain, but she does tell me that she was in such pain that there was nothing that could be done to eliminate the pain. Do you know that, please, Angela?
Yeah. If it's my grandma, she received the chemo for the second time.
She was what?
Refused chemo for the second time when came back. I'm not sure his name.
Yeah. Well, anyway, let me just say that what I get from her, this is for you to verify if you'd like at some point, maybe talking to somebody, that she has tremendously bad headaches from this illness, the brain cancer, and that she's in such pain, like there's nothing they could do for the pain. She says it was not a good exit from life. Actually, she adds a little bit more to that to say that you were not aware of a lot of it because they wouldn't let you know about all of that. So maybe you could see her maybe when she wasn't complaining and screaming from the pain, but when she was, I don't think you were allowed to see her then. Do you recall anything like that, honey, where they might have said, well, she's not feeling well right now, you'll see her later when she's something or other? Do you remember anything like that, honey?
She moved away to my aunt's and lived in a nursing home, so I didn't really see her.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. So let me continue now, because she's all over you with the hair and the biking and the this and that. She loves you so much. She says, I'm sorry, it's not about me. It's more about my beautiful granddaughter. She says, you're just like me in many ways, in that you take care of yourself pretty good. You don't, now just the opposite of the other caller, although the message is like me in many ways, it's for the opposite reason. And the opposite reason from grandma is you don't let people take advantage of you. You know how to ask for what you want and set boundaries. You're a very smart girl. You're getting ahead in life. She says, I'm very, very proud of you. She says, I wish that I would have had more of a career when I was on earth. That was one thing that I missed in my life, she says, looking back. However, I was very happy with family life and everyone about me, everyone around me. She also shows that she has a son. I think you said this is your mom's mom, honey? Did you say that? I don't think.
Yeah, my dad's mom.
I don't. Well, she said I see a son under her. So if it's your mom's mom, you think it's your dad's mom?
Yeah, well, my mom's alive.
Okay, so it's got to be your dad's mom. Okay, because I see a son under her. She says, "I'm breathing easy now. I'm fast and I'm free. I can do everything I love to do." She does show me, interestingly enough, that she still likes to smoke. Isn't that interesting? She says, I don't have to worry. And, in spirit world, depending on what level you arrive at, it's very earth-like. The earth souls, when they go to spirit, usually they're going to go a couple of, right above us energetically, or a couple levels above, or if they fell backwards in their spiritual evolution, they might go to lower vibrational areas, which are like hell. But in any event, she's showing me herself. She's not in hell. She's showing me herself in a place where it's very earth-like, and she is able to have that feeling of smoking because she kind of likes it. In any event, she says to you, I'm going to go to personal message now, Angela. She gave you tons of personal messages earlier. I love what you've done with your hair. It's very flattering on you. Get out now, move around, do things. I get the feeling from her, this is Laura speaking now, that you have gone through a transition. Like you were, she said earlier, you weren't going out as much as you are now, and now you're getting to be more like a social butterfly. Does that make sense to you, please, Angela?
Yeah, I was in a depression state for a while from the situation in my life, but I'm getting back to myself.
Yeah, and she said, she gives me the impression it's a it's a relationship issue that's over. She says, but you're going to get back in the swing of things. You're going to get out. You're going to do things. You're going to love your life soon. I'm glad that you changed. The hair is sort of indicative of a new start for you, if you will. And the bicycle riding is also the fact, getting you out to do things. She's very proud of you. She says, keep up the good work. And she says, I'm here anytime you need me. Just call on me, Angela. And she loves you so much, Angela. Thank you so much for calling in this evening.
Okay.
Thank you.
I have a quick question.
Sure.
I know that a male spirit doesn't come through, but I have a good friend of mine that I was with for 8 years, and he recently died in April. Mm-hmm. And I spoke to him after 8 years, a week before his death, and he was, asking me to forgive him and that he cared about me. We had shared a baby that we lost together 8 years ago, and I was wondering if he was at all, around me. His name is Jake.
Who did I felt that there was a brother for? There was somebody here that I felt there was a male for. No, it's Monica. I don't feel him right now, but I don't want to bring in more than one person for you because we've used a lot of time on your grandma, which I appreciate you being so patient with us about. But if you could call it another time, or if you would prefer to have a private session, that option is available to you at a substantial discount. But I don't feel him right off the top of my head. Okay, sweetie? Doesn't mean he won't come in. It just means to try another time. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, honey. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, now there's other people that called in before earlier, and one of them is Monica, which I really need to go to. So, I have to apologize to everyone out there, but for some reason, people that called in a long time ago, they got pushed to the bottom of the queue. Okay, I'm going to go to Monica, and then I will go to, I think, Susan Brown. Okay, Monica, what's going on? You want an other side connection. Hi, and you're the one that I did feel more of a male to. I'm just going to I'll have a little bit of talking with you first. Now, you're not in Lake Worth, are you, Monica? Because I took your...
I am. I am in Lake Worth.
You're the person who made the arrangements for your own appointment. Okay, wonderful. Yep. All right, welcome to the show. So let me go to you, Monica G. Family members in spirit, feels a little bit younger than you or more on the young side versus a parental figure. I already mentioned that. And I feel, as I mentioned earlier, a male to you. Is that where you're looking for me to go, sweetheart? Did you have someone in mind?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
That's exactly where I want to go.
He loves you very much. He says something about you letting your hair down more. I don't know what he means by that, but we will develop the comments. I want you to let your hair down more and let loose and get on with your life. He says, I'm okay. Oh, okay, get it. I'm okay where I am. I didn't lose much in the transition of memory of anything. I feel really, really good. I'm whole. I'm perfect. Just the way you wanted to see me. I'm perfect. I haven't lost any function, any facility. I'm 100% back to who I was before I got sick. There's something to do with an illness or something that took his life. I hear by storm. It was not expected. It was a very fast transition, but it gives me the impression of you lost functionality before the transition by the wording that he's using. Does that make sense to you, please, Monica?
It does. He died in a motorcycle accident very suddenly.
Oh, okay. Well, he's saying he's 100% back to who he was, which is a great thing. Okay, he says it's not unlike Earth where I am. He's very, very much like Earth. He says you're my favorite sister, and he teases you a little bit. There's something about him. I don't know. He must have liked to tease you when he was on Earth or something. And there's like a 1 second, honey. Could you please give me your attention, love? Monica?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, all those.
I'm here.
Yeah, those noises are distracting me. Appreciate it, love.
I'm sorry.
Not a problem. It's better that you know that because otherwise you'll continue and it actually affects my ability. I have to have your connection to get the whole thing working. There's something about you and giggles, the word giggles, or making you giggle or teasing you. I see him doing something to your cheek when you're a little kid, like as if you have little dimples when you smile, or he's making a dimple by holding your cheeks. But giggles, I don't know, it's kind of like a nickname or an important thing to say. Make sense to you, please? Yes. Okay.
It does.
Okay.
Yes.
Says giggles was your favorite thing to do. Giggles. Okay. Something about teasing you and giggling and teasing you and giggling. You're just such an adorable woman now and little girl growing up. He says you're now he's another one, and we're going to get the same thing about you're just like me. This is the third soul that comes with you're just like me in many ways, and now he's going to tell us why or how. Okay, hold on. Why? Okay, because you listen to others, you do okay, this is how he likens you to be like him. You listen to others, then make your own decision. You're very much a clear thinker for yourself, like he was when he was on Earth, and he still is. There's now I'm going to jump to something else. For some reason, when he shows me a motorcycle, I see a lot of blue on the motorcycle, particularly like the rear portion of it. I have no idea if blue was a color that has any significance here. Do you know?
It was his favorite color.
Okay, all right. Did he have it on his motorcycle? Because he actually shows it to me there.
No, it was all red.
All red? Okay. Well, I see blue there, so maybe, oh, he has one. I think he has a motorcycle in spirit that's blue, but in any event, he shows me blue. He's, okay, so I don't want you to calm down, please, the person in spirit. There's a D name, like a David or something like that, around the situation. I have no idea who that is. I want to
He has an Uncle David.
Okay. And I hear David's with him. Is that correct, love?
No.
David's
He's still alive.
Okay. All right, hold on. Let me just see something else. Okay. Was your brother fairly spiritual and religious, love?
He was starting to be, but he wasn't my brother. He was my fiance.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. Because I see Jesus with him.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
He found his Savior. And he's very...
Yes, thank you.
Oh, that's very significant. Very, very significant. I found my Savior, and I'm here with Jesus now. He says, God is just as I thought he would be, and the spirit world is exceptionally beautiful, my dear, dear Monica. Thank you for calling me in. Yeah, thank you for calling me in this evening. I will always be with you, and we will never lose a step together. God bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, Monica, thank you so much, honey, for calling in this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Whoa, that hits me. Okay, I'm going to go to, there's so many other side connections, but I'm going to go to Susan Brown, who's been waiting quite a long time. Susan, cheer me up.
Hello, Laura.
Cheer.
So nice to hear your voice.
Oh, thank you, honey. I got a little teared up with the last one. Okay. So, yeah.
I can understand.
Very sad. Very, very sad. And then there was Angela lost her boyfriend too, which I didn't get to bring in, but Monica's fiance. Phew. Okay. Now let's go to you.
It's nice, the connection. You can get the connection. It kind of makes you feel better.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. I hope that it's somewhat healing for them. Okay, sweetheart. Now we're doing another side connection for you as well. I want you to cheer me up, but we're going to do another side connection. Okay, 207.
We could do life or whatever.
Well, whatever you prefer, honey. If you have a question, just give me the question quickly. Otherwise, I will go to the other side and see who's waiting for you.
No, other side is great.
Okay.
Other side is great.
All right.
Positive.
All right. Let's go to the other side for Susan, my dear Susan. Mother. Okay. Now, is your mother in spirit, honey?
No.
Okay. So it's a grandma, probably. On the other side of the family. Oh, she says black sheep of the family, actually. She was a black sheep of the family. She says she didn't get along with anyone much. She's kind of cantankerous or funny, okay, whoever this is. I'm not sure that she's exactly a grandma. She could be a grand aunt or an aunt or something, but I'm kind of feeling her more towards the father's side of the family. It looks to me like she liked to wear her hair long, but she puts it up kind of off her face, but when she would let it down, it would be long. She also shows that she had a bohemian side to herself. When she was younger, she wore lipstick. She looked very beautiful. She did all those, she was pretty wild. She also shows that she's kind of like a dancer type, or she does something with Martha Graham or modern dancing, and she also likes to smoke. I also get a sense that she never married. Do you understand this person for anyone you would know, please?
No.
Okay. Well, this is a person that pops in for you, okay? And she's on the father. Okay. She's on your father's side of the family. Younger, more bohemian, older. Oh, okay. Now she shows me herself older, and different kind of thing going on. She's musical. She also plays an instrument. I'm not going to continue to develop her because you don't know who she is, but you can always go back and listen to this again and maybe find out. Now, did you know people on the father's side of the family? Were you in contact with your
his his sisters, but there was one sister that I really didn't know that well. It could have been her, so
Yeah.
there was no kind of confirmation that I could really give on that.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll let that go for now. Thank you so much, beautiful woman, for coming in this evening. And so let me see if there's anybody else for Susan. Okay. Now there is a mail to you also. Now you lost your father, didn't you, honey?
Yes.
Okay. Your father's here with heart attack. Do you have a heart attack, please?
No.
Okay. All right. Hold on for a second. Let me refine the connection. Okay, so that's why we got somebody related to your father, because she was waiting there to bring him in. Let me see if I can get him to come in. So I have a general impression of him visually. He's on the slender side. He might have had a little bit of extra weight in the midsection, but certainly not anything that bad. He has brown hair, original color. I don't see it getting white as he gets older. Doesn't mean it didn't. I just can't see it right now. Longer face. Okay, and also something to do with smoking with him. Do you remember Dad for smoking at all, please?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And I'm pretty sure the description is correct. Yes, visually? Yes, okay. He's also, so he's showing me stomach upset, problem with his stomach, having a thing with his smoking. He doesn't show me what this leads to, but I have a feeling that something with the smoking must have had an effect on his health, which caused this. Oh, interesting. You know, you would think that this is leading in one direction, but he still gives me the wording, coronary implications. So you say you didn't have a heart attack or anything. You didn't have anything wrong with his heart, right? That you know of. Okay.
No.
He says coronary implications are there from what I was doing with my health. But that's not the main cause of passing. He says there were other things going on with my health that were very difficult. He says there was an upsetting. He's throwing up. He's got something going on with his lymph nodes and lymph glands. And all these things is kind of leading to cancer. Did Dad have cancer, please?
Yes, she did.
Okay. Well, he's adding in tonight so that you would know there were coronary implications for the smoking. In other words, when people smoke, they have a higher incidence of heart attack. Might have been something there also going on, but not the cause of passing. But he doesn't show me his chest for this, as if he had lung cancer. So I don't know where the cancer was. But I do get the lymph nodes and the upchuck, the stomach upset and all of that, and thinning out a lot. I can see his body weight going down. He also shows me there was a lot of pain. He also takes me now to his bowel area and lower intestinal area, as if that might have been the area that was implicated or hurt the most. You understand that, please?
Yes.
Okay. Because it was hard, very difficult. There were operations. They tried to cure me. It didn't work. He says, but finally I settled into the fact. And he had a happy-go-lucky kind of more acceptance towards the end. Do you understand that, please?
Yes.
Okay. He says he was okay with it. He says you and I have very much a similar temperament. We know how to accept things in life and then to move forward. He says you're such a graceful, beautiful daughter. I love you so much. And now here we go again. You're very much like me. And then his reason for saying it. Every single one saying, you're very much like me, but it's a different reason. He says, you're very much like me in the way you handle things, your temperament. You and I were like two peas in a pod. He says, your mother was very different from us. She was more high-strung, but you're very easygoing like I was easy and still am easygoing. He says, spirit world's great. And he's kind of cute the way he says that. Like as if he's sitting back in an easy chair and goes, spirit world is great. Like he likes it.
Great.
Ah,
That's a good thing.
yeah, he says it's okay here. He says, I know the passing was difficult for everyone to watch me go like that, but he says it's really quite dandy here. He says, not a problem whatsoever. This world is as real as Earth world. He says, even better, of course, because we can't get sick here. He says, I can't throw up here. He says, I feel good all the time, and there's no need for sleeping. And he says, I can jump if I want to jump, and I can fly if I want to fly. He says, but no, really seriously, he says, I love you very much. Now, there's something around him, a boy, and I see the boy in spirit. Do you know of any child that's male that would be in spirit?
No, my mother, I think, had a miscarriage in between the two of us, but I have no idea of other little boy.
Okay. Well, there's a little boy. There's a boy with him in spirit that's playing, doing these like rebounding, like one of those rebounders. They're jumping up and down together. And I don't know what he means by that because I'm not going to be able to develop the second soul. It could be the one who miscarried. If it was a boy, if your mom even knew it was a boy or not a boy. He says the little boy is here with me. He says I'm taking care of him now. Tell your mom I'm okay. Tell your mom I'm okay. One other thing, something about jewelry. Now, they weren't together? Were they together,
yes,
honey? They were? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
There's something about jewelry that there's a piece of jewelry that he gave her that, oh my goodness, she's thinking of selling or giving it away or something. She says it would be okay with him if she did that.
Okay. Well, I'll see my mom soon. I'll find out about that.
Yeah, it's a ring that he gave her that she could get rid of if she wants. He used the word hawk, but he means sell. Maybe sell it for something. It looks like it's worth some kind of money that you wouldn't want it. It's a little too gauche for you, he says. And it's not like it's not right. It's not like a family heirloom or anything that you have to hold on to it, but it's worth a little bit of money. Now, I also get the impression that mom is losing her faculties, or she's getting dementia, something like that. Is that correct, honey?
Not that I know of.
Okay. So, all right.
She's 82.
She's 82. Well, we'll look out for that because it may be something coming down the pike. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, sweetie. I'm going to let you go, honey. God bless, and thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you, Laura, for my message. Yes. I appreciate it.
Sure. It's my divine pleasure to be of service. Thank you, honey.
Excellent.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thanks. Okay, I'm going to try to get to somebody who's looking for a life question. We have somebody who wants a healing. And we have Kathleen, who has been waiting very patiently, who does want a life question. Kathleen, hello.
Hi, Laura. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, darling. Okay, so we are going to be answering Spirit will be answering a question for you about your own life. If you would please just give me the question and not a lot of background. Okay, love?
Okay. Do you see if my mother left me something before, when she died, there was something left to me, but someone's holding back on it?
Okay. Now, I probably would have been best handled as an other side connection, but let's see if I could just get because I probably would have brought her in. But let me see if there's any way to answer a different way. Is there money waiting for Kathleen that someone's holding back on?
No, it wouldn't be money. It'd be jewelry.
Jewelry. Oh. Do you have a sister, honey?
2.
Yeah. I do think so. I hear the word favorite also. Let me just see something here. Mom's favorite. Okay. And the older one of the two, the other two sisters, the older one of the two, I think has been given something. I don't know if she's holding back on it. I believe it might have been given to her, and you might feel that it should be yours. But let me just ask the question exactly the way you asked it so I can get an exact answer. Those are just impressions I'm getting. 1 second, please. This is Kathleen. No, no one is holding back. So what I would say is the person that I picked up the impression on might feel that it was given to her. And so in her mind is not holding back on it. So it seems to me like there's some kind of diplomatic working out needs to happen here, because I'm not getting that somebody has jewelry that's holding back on giving it to you. And then with my earlier impression, it seems that somebody does have jewelry that you might feel was implied for you, but this person's holding on to it, you see.
I'm thinking of a diamond ring.
Yeah, I didn't get that deep with it, but I do feel that there is probably one of your sisters it has jewelry and feels that it's more hers than yours. It sounds like something that needs to be handled diplomatically within the family. Good luck with that, Kathleen. I wish you many blessings, honey. Thank you for calling in.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, love. Bye-bye. Okay. Wow. I wonder, today I really, when I promoted the show, in social media, I put down grief relief mediumship or grief support mediumship. I guess that's what happens. Everybody's here for grief support, which is great. I mean, it's wonderful. I am going to go to, let me just see who's been waiting the longest. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I'm going to go to Randy. Okay, Randy, hello.
Hi, thanks for taking my call.
Sure, you have been waiting here the longest. So we either are going to do an other side connection for you or a healing for you. Why don't we do a healing so I can take a rest from the other side, which is draining. Okay, so let's go now to you and healing. Would you please tell me what you think you need healed, or because it's better if I start off that way rather than just doing.
I just feel like a grief with one of my friends she was my closest friend, but I feel like we're drifting, and it's I just feel a lot of heartache.
Oh, okay. I do see in your throat area a lot of tension there. So I'm sending in beautiful, loving light. I'm sending in blue light. There is an opening there for communication if you would like to take it. I'm in the heart area, sending in beautiful healing and loving light. So what I'm doing is basically sending you an intention for love, for healing, to feel good, to feel more powerful, and to let the mourning and loss dissipate. And I'm going to give you some ideas of a way to communicate with this person on a subliminal level in a moment as I go through all the chakras, clearing them and opening them, sending in white light through the crown into the earth, sending green light from the earth up through the body, out through the crown, sending in pink light from the crown down into the earth, and leaving you with the vibration of pink light, which is the highest vibrational color, which is Christ consciousness, which is miraculous in sort, and allowing you to feel better, to drink a lot of fluids, take a lot of rest over the next few days. Now, if you were to go into meditation, Randy, you can find a nice meditation on YouTube if you'd like. You can send this person messages, simple messages for healing. Okay? Like, for example...
actually, I wrote a letter and I burned it. And I'm like, because we're usually very, like we kind of are intuitive with each other. And I figured she'd get my message, even if I just sent it in a letter. And I was really surprised that she didn't call me, because that's how we usually are. Like, she could feel it when I'm in pain, usually.
Sure.
She didn't even do that. So.
Well, this is what you could add to that. Very good, by the way. But add to that, going into meditation, seeing her face in front of yours, visualizing it, and then sending from your third eye to her third eye, forgive me, or, using her name and anything that you want to say. Okay, I'm not going to put the words in your mouth, but they need to be very short phrases from your third eye to her third eye of the messages that you want to send her. I have more information on this, including a meditation. It's all free, okay? Just go to my website for this show, which is spiritmediumtv.com. If you click on Clairvoyant Healer, you'll look down the choices. You'll see a tab or a choice called Manifesting. On that particular page on my website, I have information about sending telepathic messages to other people, which could help a lot as well. So I've given you a healing, my dear, and I wish the best for you. And thank you so much for calling in.
Appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Thank you, honey. God bless. Bye-bye. Okay. So I'm going to go now find a person who's been waiting the longest. Didn't I do Lene? I thought I did Lene. Yeah, I did Lene first. Okay. Okay. I'm going to go to Kiera, who I did speak to earlier. She must have gotten cut off. Kiera, hi, honey. Did you get cut off earlier? Because I know I spoke to
Yes,
you when the,
I did.
okay, I'm glad I found you. You were at the bottom of the queue. Oh, you poor baby. Okay. All right. So you're wanting an other side connection also.
Yes.
I'm feeling a male to you that is lateral to you. In other words, it could be a friend, it could be a boyfriend, love interest, spouse, it could be a brother, someone like that. Is that the direction that you want me to go in for you, please?
Yes.
Okay, let me see what I can do with this male energy. He's got a bulky body. Okay, I see a muscle. And see what else I can get with this person. Kind person, outgoing person, even though he looks a bit on the, big side body-wise. Like, just like he could break somebody with his bare hands is all. He's like a gentle person, a sweetheart, a real darling kind of person. I see shorter hair, or it could have even been shaved, but there's a little bit of hair on the top, on his head, not a lot of hair, okay? And I see he's got a very big build. I said that about 3 times. Actually, he's showing himself wearing a football jersey as if he's got a build as if he could have been a football player, or maybe he liked football, but he's showing himself in, or he might have played it, I don't know, but I see him in a football jersey. And he says he's a very kind person, very much like you. We go back to that, very much like you, but for his reason of saying is you're a very kind, giving, and outgoing personality, as was he. He says that both of you had many friends in life. He says we were both well liked by the community and also each other. We cared about each other very much. I don't know yet if this is a love interest, a brother, a friend. I'm not quite sure who this is. There's a karmic thing associated with his death, which you probably didn't look at it that way, and he's starting to tell me this. I need to find out why he says that. Why do you say that, sir? Because I didn't feel good for some time. It was something, okay, so he's giving me the impression that this was an illness or something in his health that took his life. I'm also going to the heart area with him. He's showing something in the heart area. Now, from what I'm saying to you, do you understand or recognize these details, please?
No. Because the guy who I'm thinking of, he's tall and skinny, and but he had got killed.
Okay, there was no illness involved. Okay. Was there anything, okay, so did he like football, sweetheart?
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't like over the top, like over the heels about it, but
Okay.
he liked sports.
He likes sports? Okay, let's see what we can do to refine this a little bit. Oh, okay, now I'm seeing something a little bit different with the hair. And he could have been, I'm just going to stretch it a little bit, love, that this bigness of him was, maybe I added the breath to his body, and maybe he's just trying to show me he's tall. Okay, so we'll give us a little bit of leeway on that. But also, did he ever wear his hair in little braids? Did he ever wear his hair in braids, sweetie?
Not since I had known him, but I heard that before he was younger he had braids, but
did he ever play?
I've never seen him with braids.
Okay, so he did wear braids, but before, and you've heard that. Did he ever play football when he was younger then? Do you know anything about that? Before you knew him? You don't know? Okay.
No, he didn't.
He did not play, even as a sport with friends. I don't mean professional.
No, not that I know of.
Not that you know of? Okay. All right. Let's see if we can get him to clear all this up and start to speak. Come on in, sweetheart. Sir? There's a certain amount of anger there. Okay? And I believe it's about his passing. There's an injustice here, and he's angry. There's somebody there that he's showing me on Earth did something to him that had no business being there or doing what he did to him. Now, I'm going to break everything down very carefully, okay, because this is not one of the strongest connections I've ever had.
90 seconds.
I will continue with you, even though the show will be ending in 90 minutes. I will continue with you. This will be recorded on the YouTube video in any event. Now, do you know anything about injustice at the killing, please? And any reason why This soul could possibly be angry, or if anyone was, is there any idea of anger surrounding the passing, please?
Yes.
Okay,
60 seconds.
Okay, so we're now getting a little bit more here. By the way, in the background, I've got a recording that yells at me saying 60 seconds. So that's why I sound a little distracted. Okay, so we're getting somewhere with this gentleman here. He says, I'm sorry that I had to go the way I did. I am angry still. He says, I know that you think that when we go to spirit, we don't have emotions. He says, I do have emotions. I feel I was unjustly cut from my life before it was my time. I said there was a karmic issue surrounding my passing, but that's not what I meant by it. There will be karma from this to the person who took my life. There seems to be a weapon involved, and I'm getting two different kinds of weapons. So if they're both not correct, maybe one of them is, but I see a knife.
10 seconds.
And I also hear a gun or shooting. Does either of that make sense to you, please?
Yeah, he got shot.
Okay. Now, if he's angry, and then there's something going on more from that. Let me just see if he'll talk about that. There's something going on in the chest area, though. Okay, just switched me. I was going in one direction. He took me in a different direction, Kira. There's something about the gunshot wound that I do feel goes into the chest cavity. And also, I feel something below the chest, and it seems to be on the left side where the stomach would be, but a little to the left of the stomach. Do you know where he was shot, please?
He got shot in the chest.
Okay, so there's the heart, okay? And it was a little warped in the beginning, but now it's getting a little bit clearer. Okay, yeah, he says that was it. He says, I'm sorry that they took my life like that. I'm so sorry, Kira. And I also he wants to say something more, but the words are not coming through. Hold on, love. What do you want to say to her? I just love you. I'm sorry that I had to leave you like this. He also shows me wrong place, wrong time for himself. He did nothing wrong. It was just a weird coincidence that he was in that location when this happened. Does that make sense to you, please? Okay. He says that's why I feel so challenged by this, because if I had made a different decision that day to go somewhere else instead of where I went, I'd still be on Earth. They're trying to settle me into the spirit world now. I'm just getting used to the place. He says there's really nothing to fear to go to Spirit, Kira. I want you to know that. It is a beautiful place. It's just that everyone that I love is my family, you, and there seems to be other members there of his family that are on Earth without him. It feels like there's a child or two also that are on Earth that were left behind. And he says, without you, without all of you, he says, I'm going to be a little difficult for a while. I'm no good for a while, he says, but I will get used to this place here. It is extremely beautiful. I'm being helped by spiritual beings who are very loving and kind to me, he says, and I will adjust over time. Send Mom my love. She misses me so much as well. And of course, I love you so much, Kira. Don't ever feel that what we spent together on Earth was not real. It was real. I love you. I love you. I love you. Now, I have no idea why he would say that to you, but he's trying to assure you that the relationship you had with him was exactly what you thought it was, a very loving and strong connection. Does that make sense to you, please, Kira?
Yes.
All right, sweetie. I'm so sorry for your loss, honey. God bless, and have a beautiful evening, whatever's left of it, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, honey. God bless. Oh, thank you. Okay, if anybody wants a private session with me, you can get 25% off. I want to thank everybody. Oh, just go to Spirit Medium TV and directions are there at item 1 on that page. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in this evening. It was certainly an interesting show. Namaste, everybody, and thank you again. Bye-bye.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Something else.
I never turned it on. Wow. Oh.